Quarterback. It's often the reason why people pick players, often the reason why they fade players. And JJ McCarthy is going to be leading the Minnesota Vikings this year and their passing game. A lot of questions about him. There's actually, to be honest, there's been a lot coming out of Vikings camp, which doesn't really sound good. They're saying like, oh, he's a rookie. We got to give him time. He's making rookie mistakes, and that's okay. He's learning. I'm like, for somebody that is going to be leading this offense, there's a lot of concerns that I have because we got three really big pass catchers on this team, Justin Jefferson, TJ Hockenson, and Jordan Addison, who's going to be suspended for 3 games. But 3 really big pass catchers that we're depending on. We're talking about a top 3 receiver, a top 5 tight end, and then another wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3-ish type player. Are you concerned at all with, let's start with Justin Jefferson, like obviously dealing with the hammy, you got the quarterback inconsistencies coming out of camp. Where are you at with Justin Jefferson, who's going right now as a top 3 receiver?
I don't agree. Top three picks, top 4 picks, no. Top 5 picks, cool at that 105. The hamstring, man. I mean, this is one of the things that we haven't seen him and JJ McCarthy practice together. We haven't seen Justin Jefferson out there at full speed in any capacity. So that is a little concerning, and you got to understand, I mean, this Brian Flores defense is chaotic. He is sharpening his sword against one of the most high pressure defenses out there. So I do think there is some type of upside with JJ where you can rely on him and TJ Hockenson, who's building a hell of a chemistry this entire camp. So that's good news for TJ Hockenson. But then you're a little worrisome because Jalen Naylor just picked up an injury where he's going to miss some time. I do think that Jordan Addison absence will play effect in those first 3 games where there might be a ramp up period. Like how we looked at Bo Nix the first couple of games last season, it took some time. I think it was week 6 before Bo put people on the map. And I think that's how long it's probably going to take for our Justin Jeffersons or Jordan Addisons and TJ Hockenson to really hit their fantasy strides. Like it's going to be scary in the beginning because again, this is his first year coming off an injury as well. So it's like, I'm going to give it some time. I'm a little hesitant on the pass catchers, but that backfield, Jordan Mason, better bring it on, boy. Go. That's the only place I feel confident at, boy. I had to sneak him in. Look, Jordan Mason ain't on the dock, but I just had to sneak in my boy, bro. When you leave the goddamn draft this weekend with Jordan Mason, just throw yourself a boy.
I mean, he's going with the back end RB2s right now, which is pretty high capital right now to invest in a guy that's a 1B.
You taking Aaron Jones? Taking Aaron Jones?
I ain't taking Aaron Jones. Bro. Yeah, I ain't taking Aaron Jones. Bro.
He going around later.
Yeah, I've been an Aaron Jones guy, and I ain't taking Aaron Jones.
Bro, I'm an Aaron Jones guy, bro. We had some good years.
They got to move the offense down the field, bro, because if JJ McCarthy, though, if he's him, at some point, this offense is going to move. And Kevin O'Connell has always put his quarterbacks in good spots. I mean, we saw Sam Darnold, who went from backup to like top 10 type quarterback last year. We know it's a fantasy-friendly offense, but with Jefferson, I have concerns like when we draft Justin Jefferson, what are you craving? You craving that like elite upside. You craving that I can lead the league in yardage. And I think I actually had more confidence with Sam Darnold than I did with JJ McCarthy last year. Now, I know he's going to come in and make some mistakes, but like I think the floor is safe. Justin Jefferson's like Amon-Ra St. Brown to me. He's like a floor play. I do think he does carry the upside, but it all hinges on if J.J. McCarthy's good. And I think one thing we'll see early on is without Jordan Addison, if Jalen Naylor is hurt, we're going to see he's got to force feed Justin Jefferson. He's got to force feed T.J. Hockenson. And if that's the case, we're going to find out very soon if J.J. McCarthy is ready to make Jettas a top 3 guy because he's going to have to feed him 14, 15 targets a game to start off. I like Justin Jefferson. I've loved him as a player so far. I definitely have him after CD and Chase. And he's closer to Brian Thomas and Malik Neighbors and Nico.
Hold up. You ain't about
I have him S tier, but he's closer to that the more I start to think about this thing.
I know you ain't just sneaking Brian Thomas Jr. in that elite freak tier that we
What's wrong with that? He was the wide receiver 4 last year.
With Mac Jones, bro. Stop playing, man. Like he ain't got Trevor Lawrence over there toting the rock. But I'm gonna let you have it, though. I'm just
getting concerned. I'm getting concerned about Jettas, man. Like it's not concerned. It's just like when you take Jamar Chase, when you take CeeDee Lamb, when I take Justin Jefferson, I think he's still that 3rd receiver in the S tier. He's just maybe it's like another tier. He has like his own tier to me to where I know he's 1,500 yards. I just don't think he's Chase. And I don't think he's CeeDee Lamb.
I think with Justin Jefferson, like these last 2 seasons, maybe three, honestly, I think since he's came in the league, there's always been red flags around him. Like the red flags this season is JJ McCarthy, a young quarterback, never played. Boom, his hamstring injury. I mean, the hamstring that he had in 2023 sidelined him for 7 games. Now he still finished as a top 5 fantasy wide receiver in points per game. But damn, I got to go 7 games without Cuz. I'm probably not going to make the playoffs because back in the season, when it start getting cold outside, that's when the playoffs come around and you have to stack these wins. And if I take him off the board at 103, I'm expecting to at least be in the playoffs and have no type of fear of injury, quarterback situation, or anything else around it. Like, I do think that, again, I'm going to echo this. There's going to be a very slow ramp up of this Vikings offense. Like, I don't think they're going to come out the gate slapping fantasy points here and there and there. There is some concerns around this offense that some folks have to be willing to roll the dice on that. Like, Justin Jefferson may have his own tier, but his own tier comes with some red flags.
I think that's why it's his own tier, because if he had no red flags, we're putting him right there with Chase and with CeeDee Lamb very easily. Yeah. The player I am kind of excited about, I think more than most players, most fantasy players, is TJ Hockenson, who's going as the tight end 6 right now. I mean, you can get him in like the 7th round sometimes. And this is a guy a perennial top 3 receiver, especially, or top 3 tight end, especially in this offense. Coming off the ACL last year, was very inconsistent, kind of mid, to be honest with you. You want to talk about mid? He didn't play at TJ Hockenson level. You know what I'm saying? But
TJ mid Hockenson.
But now he's going after like Laporta. He's going after Kelsey, right ahead of Mark Andrews and David Njoku and Evan Ingram. Are we mispricing TJ Hockenson, or do you think his prime is over?
I think we're mispricing him because volume is king. And when you have that in a tight end friendly offense where Kevin O'Connell is definitely going to have TJ Hockenson design touches, yeah, I'll buy into that. Because again, when you bring up Evan Ingram, it's not guaranteed he has design touches or even that Joker role that they keep throwing out there. David Njoku, the inconsistency season long wise, like, is Joe Flacco playing 17 games? Hell no. So that's where I feel like in that range of like you putting him down there in that tier, like when you're on the draft board, it's like, no, I'm definitely going to take him. Let him go after Laporta. Let Travis Kelce go first, because again, I'm a little hesitant. I have a take on Travis Kelce where I feel like, all right, we're going to chalk it up. Go ahead and buddy, clock out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think folks are going to be happy with Travis Kelce this season. But TJ Hockenson, at least we know that he has a place. He has a role in the offense where they're going to feed him the ball with this young quarterback.
You know what? And he has a role with this team. He's pretty much the number 2 receiver on this team because Addison's the deep threat. And obviously Addison's going to have a great season once he gets back. But he is the next in line volume-wise to me in this offense. There's games where we see TJ Hockenson with like 12, 13 catches, and it's nothing.
And I'll be like,
Kevin O'Connell, they'll dial it up for him, all right? And he's also a red zone guy. Like, they'll use him in the red zone, bigger body. So I think with TJ Hockenson, we have him – I think he's closer to Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, and George Kittle than he is to like Mark Andrews, Evan Ingram, and David Njoku. I think he's one of the more mispriced tight ends. And almost every time right now, he goes after, like, you can get 3 receivers. You can get 2 running backs and now take TJ Hockenson, and it doesn't hurt you at all. And you're getting that same type of upside.
I feel good about taking him in that 6th round or 5th round or wherever he's going because
6th, 7th round, bro. It's there.
Because at that point, I'm good at running back. I'm good at wide receiver. I can cool off and chill. And then grab me a tight end that possibly has top 3 potential. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you mentioned Kelsey real quick. Yeah. Like, you'd rather have Hockenson over Kelsey. And I think I'm there with you, and I like the price because Hockenson goes after Kelsey. I just think Kelsey is also going to have a rebound year. Talk to me about that real quick. You say, I don't know if we're going too far in the weeds with this one.
I don't know. I'm not buying it. Him taking accountability, saying all the movies and podcasts and filming, all that other crap kind of knocked him off last game. Not buying it. Father Time is undefeated, man. He is up there in age, and I think his body has been speaking to him lately too. So I feel like, when we take him in fantasy, your expectations are going to be Travis Kelce that we used to take in the 1st round. I don't think I want to deal with the low weeks. I don't want to deal with the injuries and et cetera, because we already know that the Chiefs are a team that are operating like, hey, we want you at your top form in the playoffs, and this is real playoffs. Like I think those weeks 1 through like 10, you're gonna have a mediocre tight end. And you're like, damn it, why did I spend this draft capital on him? Why did I spend a 5th round pick on Travis Kelce when I know on the back end of the season that's when they start ramping him up? Because it happened last season. They obviously had Super Bowl on their mind. So obviously his usage, his targets went up. Him being used downfield is no longer. Look at his yards per reception last year. It's completely dropped. Mahomes is not even looking for this man in the red zone as often as he used to. So it's like I'm dealing with too much of that, like red flags, where it's like you get into that forest where it's a little foggy and you don't really want to even dig into that.
But I think we've just punished him too much because he's not tight end 1 anymore. Like going tight end 6 to me is about right, and I think he's good value. He's just not. The thing is, Rashee Rice is now playing the Travis Kelce role, right?
Yeah,
like up the seams type role. But I think Kelce they're going to look out for him this year, especially if it is his last year and he's saying all the right things, trying to be a good teammate, doing the right things. I think Kelce has a role this year, and I think he's getting disrespected. Like putting him down there in the 7th round for Kelce, like him and Hockenson both to me are just – I don't know how they're going after Sam LaFucking-Porta. Like Sam LaPorta.
Yeah, why is Sam LaPorta going so high?
Why is he the tight end 4 right now? It makes zero sense to me.
But that is one of the what we call it, the industry fantasy traps. Like the industry, like I'm looking at Josh, you're not even lying though. I'm glad we're talking about this. Like tight end 4, I'm like, what? Why the hell?
I'll pass on that every single time.
Every time. I'm
taking
cool
him over him.
Bro,
Mark Andrews,
David Njoku, Mark Andrews, the list goes on, brother. Like I'm like,
I don't know. That's one price tag I don't understand, bro.
So yeah, Travis Kelce for me over Sam LaPorta. that's how I'm feeling right now.
Glad we can agree there. Yeah. Glad we can agree there.